Are you ready to take the first step to embrace the unknown and step out of your comfort zone? Welcome to Step Out, Step In, the podcast that inspires you to break free from your familiar to explore the extraordinary. Hello, this is your host, David G. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me as we dive headfirst into thrilling stories of personal growth, daring adventures, and transformative experiences. Get ready to be motivated, inspired, and empowered to live your life to the fullest. So mark your calendar, set your alarm, and get ready to step out, step in with me every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out on the adventure of a lifetime. Subscribe now, and let's step into the unknown together. This is Step Out, Step In. The journey begins here. Step Out, Step In podcast, live on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. If you can, please just give me a thumbs up. Bear with me when, when I left for Atlanta, I had to disconnect everything and I came back, I had to put everything together. So it might not be the best of the sound quality tonight, but still working on it. All right. So again, I want to welcome each and every one of you, and it's been an exciting moment. Um, Last week it was such a joy coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, and tonight I want to welcome you again to episode 70. Can you believe that? Episode 70. And in this episode, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And we want to dive into topics that resonate with us, as I've always said. This podcast challenges you and I to break free from the familiar to embrace the unknown. Step Out, Step In podcast is the podcast that helps you to navigate life and make the most of your time. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page yet, please do so. don't forget to click on the notification bell so that anytime something is posted, you will be notified. Follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn. And again, tonight I'm your host, David Joe, and in today's episode 70, we're diving into an essential topic for anyone looking to make a difference in their world of leadership. And tonight's episode is the leader you are. The leader you are. And again, um, please share the link with at least one person and let that other person also share so we can all do this together. All right. And let's see here. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about the leader you are. You know, the month of July, I said we were dedicating it to leadership in our organization, leadership. And the month of July is leadership, so I decided to dedicate this month as we dive into some leadership topics. And the other episodes are on YouTube, so you can always go back and listen to it, share with at least one or two people if it's worth listening to, if it's worth sharing. And I always say that leadership is not a title, it is not a position, it is about influence. There is a leadership ability and capability on the inside of each and every one of us. You know, we all have a measure of leadership on the inside of us. And that level of leadership is crying out for expression. And in tonight's episode 70, we want to dive into this and we want to look at the leader you are. And we'll discuss, let's see here, the leader you are. And in discussing the leader you are, we want to understand different leadership styles. You know, we want to know the importance of self-awareness and how to develop and empower others. You know, good leadership and transformational leadership is about developing and empowering others. And tonight we'll look at this in the few minutes we have. And whether you're leading in your workplace, whether you're leading in your community or in your family, these insights will and can help you to become the best leader you can be. So, find yourself at a comfortable place, get your beverage or anything you can, and of course, take notes as well. So let's dive into this, and you know, number one is understanding leadership styles. The three things I said we're going to focus on tonight is understanding leadership styles, cultivating self-awareness in leadership, and the vital role of developing and empowering others. So as we dive into this, we want to understand leadership style. As I said earlier, leadership isn't one size fits all. Leadership is not one size fits all. There are various leadership styles, and each way has its own strengths and weakness. Understanding your natural style can help you leverage your strengths and address your weakness. You know, we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. But the most important part is leveraging your strength and addressing your weakness in order for it to be a strength. So let's look at some of these common leadership styles. Let's look at a few of these common leadership styles. And please bear with me. Okay. So looking at these leadership styles, a few common ones. We want to look at the autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership. You know, this style is characterized by individual control over all decisions with little input from your team or your group members. More often than not, they don't have much to say. It's efficient. It's efficient in decision making, but can stifle creativity and team morale. That is the autocratic form of leadership. And we have the democratic leadership. I'm not talking about politics. Democratic leadership involves team members in decision making process. It boosts morale and creativity, but it can be time consuming. Um, yeah, it can be time consuming. Um, and we have laissez faire and leadership. Oh, just one moment. Okay. All right. And this involves the kind of leaders who adapt a style and they give their team members a lot of freedom in how to do their work. It empowers their team members, but it can also lead to lack of direction. It can also lead to lack of direction. Then we have the transformational leadership. Transformational leadership focuses on inspiring and motivating team members to exceed their expectations and capabilities. And it's highly effective, but requires a lot of energy and commitment from the leader. So with all these four leadership styles, there are many more, but I just wanted us to just narrow it to these four. And look at your leadership style and see if you can identify your leadership style. And think about how you naturally lead as well. Are you more hands on or do you prefer to delegate? You know, do you seek inputs from team members or you make decisions independently? And reflecting on these questions can help you identify your dominant leadership style. Number two is self awareness in leadership. You know, self awareness is a cornerstone of effective leadership. Knowing your strengths as well as your weakness and how you're perceived by others can significantly impact your ability to lead and to lead well. It is not just about leading, but it's about leading and leading well, effectively, efficiently, and in a transformative way. And I want us to look at a few strategies to develop our self awareness. Just let's look at a few strategies here. Number one is
seek feedback. seek feedback. You know, seeking feedback is something that you have to regularly ask for. And you have to ask for it from your team members, from your peers, from your mentors, people that are around you, people that can give you constructive feedback. And and constructive feedback is invaluable for personal growth. It helps you to grow. I mean, people that will not only, how do I say it? People that will not only give you sugar-coated um, words, but will tell you the truth in order to make you a better person. You know, the truth can be bitter, but it can make you better. Oh, I love that. You can tweet this. The truth sometimes hurts, but it heals. So seek people that can give you that constructive feedback to make you better. It is not about they envy or they are jealous about you, but anybody who gives you that constructive feedback wants you to be a better person. All right. Number two is reflective practices. Reflective practices. You know, as a leader, sometimes set aside time for regular reflection. I believe this is one of the areas where a lot of people don't really um, do so good or perform well. We don't really have time for ourselves to sit and to reflect or to have a time of reflection. You know, journaling can help you gain insights into your behavior and thought pattern as you journal. One of the things that I've adopted is every given day I make an attempt to journal, to at least write something, save something. you know. So reflective practices is setting aside time for regular reflection. Number three is personal assessment. You know, these days on the internet, online, there are a lot of tools that can help you or that can provide valuable insights into your personality traits. And look for some of these tools that would help you. Um, take those personality assessments to know what your personality traits are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, so you can develop yourself. As you know what your weaknesses are, you can develop them to make you a better person by strengthening your weaknesses. And this also helps you in a way of how um, you can influence or how you can be an influence based on your leadership style. So some of the strategies to develop self-awareness, I said, seek feedback, reflective practices, personal assessment, and number four is mindfulness. Mindfulness. You know, mindfulness is the practice. When you practice mindfulness, you stay present and aware of your reactions and decisions in real time. You know, some people are spontaneous. Some people are quick to speak, slow to act. Some people are quick to act, slow to speak. But when you practice mindfulness, you stay present and you become aware of your reactions and decisions in real time. And this can help you make more conscious choices as a leader. All right. So we've talked about we've talked about the what do you call it? Understanding your leadership style, and we talked about all the other kinds of leadership styles. Okay, so let's proceed. Number three is developing and empowering others. I think this is a key point for every leader. This is a key point for every leader. One of the most important roles of a good leader is to develop and empower others. And it says that a great leader creates more leaders, not just followers. Let me say that one more time. A great leader creates more leaders, not just followers. So I want us to look at a few practical ways as to how we can develop others. And number one is mentorship. Number one is mentorship. Okay. Mentors, not tormentors, but mentors. Mentors provide guidance and support to help you and your team grow. That is what mentors do. They help you because they walk the walk, they've talked the talk, they've been places where you have never been. So when they come in, they guide you and they support you to help you and your team grow. They share their knowledge and experiences to help you and your team navigate your career path. My bishop, my spiritual father always tells us that don't ask people for things, but ask for information. Because once you're informed, you can never be uninformed. Think about it. So, mentorship is one of the practical ways you can help develop others. Number two is delegation. Number two is delegation. Delegation gives your team members opportunity to take a new responsibility or to take new responsibilities. I remember 2 years ago at Iron Sharpens Iron conference, Dr. Samchan taught us this, that when you want to delegate, you do it, you show them, all right? Then you walk alongside with them, let them do it to show you, then you let them do it. So once you delegate, you're giving your team members the opportunity to take on new responsibilities. This is not only this not only helps them develop new skills, but also build their confidence. You know, because when you're left to do something, when you delegate it to do something, it also builds your confidence. But then if you're the leader who's always doing it, how do you develop your people? How do you encourage your people? How do you build your confidence in taking up new roles and new responsibilities? Three is recognition and encouragement. I believe that this is key for your team members, for family members. You know, when you regularly recognize and celebrate your team members and their achievements, you're introducing this positive reinforcements that boost their morale and motivation. What we normally see people being chastised for the errors, the mistakes they make. But if you're able to recognize and encourage every team member, you celebrate them, you celebrate the achievements, it brings a positive reinforcement in the work environment, in your team, wherever, and it boosts their morale and it motivates them. And number four is, I love this one. I think this is the icing on the cake, continuous learning. Continuous learning. As leaders, as transformational leaders, as world class, world changing leaders, we have to encourage a culture of continuous learning. Continuous learning provide resources and opportunities for professional development, for growth. And I want to encourage each and every one of us that develop a culture of learning, unlearning, to relearn. Sometimes we get so stuck with the old ways of doing things. There's this saying that if it's not broken, don't touch it. Did I say it right? I guess you know what I mean by that. But when it comes to continuous learning, sometimes we have to unlearn everything and learn the things that we've already learned and relearn. And that is one of the things that I've really enjoyed attending this ISI conference every year. I mean, there's not a single year that you can compare one year to the other. Every year is different. Every year it gets better and better. Why? Because these leaders, these speakers that come in, they always come in with something new, something fresh. So let's develop a culture of continuous learning. We cannot stop learning. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. One of the things that I try to do every day is to learn something new every day. It can be something very small, but I make up my mind that I want to learn something new every day. So let's develop that culture of learning. Let's develop that culture of learning something new every day. All right. So watch this space. I'll be I'll be back. All right. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Step Out, Step In podcast, episode number 70, and live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, please do so. Don't forget to click on the notification bell, and anytime something is posted, you will be notified. And again, follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn. Um, all right, so just before I wrap up, let me do this real quick. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube and Facebook, is Dr. Franco Fosuapia, the Ambassador of Hope. These teachings that I say, it's so epic. You will learn something new every week. So if you haven't subscribed to his YouTube page, please do so. And again, don't forget to click on the notification bell. Everything is on there for you and I. If it's worth listening to, it is worth sharing. Um, get on every Tuesday. Don't forget, tomorrow is Tuesday. So let's get on and let's all do this together. Share with a friend, share with a family member. You can even share with a frenemy. You don't know what a person is going to hear for the person to have a change of mind, change of attitude, and be a changed person, and also be a better person. So every Tuesday, everything is on there. Tune in and let's let's make sure we share the link, and let's sign on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So to wrap up, today's discussion has been understanding different leadership styles, the importance of self-awareness, and how to develop and empower others. And I believe these insights can help us to become a more effective, transformational, and inspiring leaders who are ready to change our world. The world is crying for effective, transformational leaders. And I believe that there's a leadership ability on the inside of you waiting for expression. So let's understand our different leadership styles. Let's know the importance of self-awareness to make us better leaders. And let's develop and empower others as we journey along. And again, thank you for joining me today on the Step Out, Step In podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, please again, and I'll say again, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube page, please do so, subscribe. Leave a review, constructive. Leave a constructive review, excuse me, and comment, nice ones. And share it with others who might benefit as well. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, leadership isn't just about leading others. It is about continuously growing and improving yourself as well. Until next time, step out, step in to be the leader you are, who is inspired and looking to make a difference in your world. This has been your host, David Joe. And I say, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you for tuning in, and also thank you for watching the replay. And don't forget, comment, and same time next week, watch the space, and we'll meet again. Have a wonderful, amazing, fruitful, and a productive week. Goodbye.